Hey guys, before heading into an RBG, I wanted to show you the main talent build I'll generally run. First up is Schism, which helps out your burst when you're putting pressure on enemy FC, or your team's kill target. Second up, it's going to either be Body and Soul, or Angelic Feather. In situations where there's 3 or less targets, Angelic Feather is the stronger of the two talents. Otherwise, you're going to want to run Body and Soul. Body and Soul works with both Power Word Shield and Leap of Faith to get this nice little movement speed buff. And if you use Rapture, you can continuously use bubbles and keep that movement speed up on you and multiple people. Third up is going to be Power Word Solace, which is a nice little damaging ability, but more importantly, gives you back 1% of your mana every time you use it. You're going to want to use this ability on cooldown. The more haste you have, the more often you can use it. Shining Force is an important tool in your kit. You can either use it to knock players away, or to zone a player away from his healers, or the rest of his team. Sins of the Many is just a flat damage increase. It helps when there's not a lot of healing needed, or you're just trying to do a little bit of extra damage to wipe up the enemy team. Purge the Wicked is going to be your main source of damage. You're going to want to keep it up as long as possible on as many people as possible, because the more damage you're dealing, the more your atonement's going to be healing. Lenience is a nice pick too, because for all your atonements out, they're all gaining that extra 3% damage reduction. It's a better talent than Luminous Barrier in my opinion, just because you get to keep the Power Word Barrier, which is a nice 25% damage reduction, and you're able to throw it down on people that get smoke bombed to hopefully keep them alive for a couple seconds. For PvP talents, you're going to want to run Ultimate Radiance. It's nice and quick to get atonements out on multiple people, plus it heals for the extra 250% more, and makes this instant cast. It's a good little panic heal, or just to start the fight off. Archangel is the next one you're wanting to run because it refreshes your atonements that you have active. It also increases your healing done and absorb effects by 20%. Next up is going to be Premonition, which you can either run if you have the Conflict and Strife, or you can just pick the talent. It's an important one because you can break polymorphs and potentially blinds or monks if you can time it just right. Alright, we're going to have to talk about the burst phase and the essences together, since the most important part of your burst is this essence, the Crucible of Flame. It'll do a couple small hits each time you use it. Up to the second time, it increases the damage by 100%. You match that up with Schism, and it'll hit fairly hard. Well of Existence basically just stores 15% of your overhealing in this orb, and if you're playing hyper aggressive, you're going to have a lot of overhealing. It stores up to your maximum HP. Alright, now for the burst phase, you're going to want to start with a Schism into a Solace. You're going to want to make sure Purge the Wicked is up, but then you want to do a Smite and Penance at the same time, follow it up by Concentrated Flame. Always make sure your Shadow Fiend is on them at the beginning of this burst if you're trying to do the most damage. And let's show you what it looks like. Here we go. Basically, you average around 20 to 30k DPS on the target as a healer, which most people aren't going to expect. And very rarely, if you're on offense hitting a tank, are they going to interrupt you if you're casting that. They'll be too focused on healing the tank and keeping him alive. So, it almost always is a guarantee to get that little combo off. Alright guys, so here's another battleground as Disc Priest. Pretty much normal talents that you want to run. You can interchange this and Angelic Feather pretty easily. It just depends on how many people you're really going to run with. If it's just you, Angelic Feather is usually best. I prefer Body and Soul whenever there are multiple people, since I'm healing the offensive team, that we want to go chase down their flag carrier. But you pretty much just want to do the same thing they always do. You're wanting to get your Purge the Wicked out of as many people as possible, and keep Atonement up as long as you can. The more uptime you have, the better you are. So like right now, there's their flag carrier. We're just going to try and burst him down right now. Get rid of that bop of his. No, I'm getting everything else. Okay, bop's gone. And just go right on back. Same thing as normal, just keep pressure up, keep doing damage. The more damage you do, the more healing you're gonna do. And boom, their FC's already dead. Oh, throw out a bubble. Again, see that Atonement's not on a lot of people. Spread it right back out. And just go right on back to hitting everybody that you can again. Pets are fine with being hit just because they help with the whole damage. It doesn't make your numbers look any better since it doesn't count. However, it helps because Atonement, they do heal with your Atonement. But just again, let's go back to hitting people. All these free heals. Skinny's right there, he's almost dead. Let's go ahead and pop a Rapture just so I can get an extra sprint to get to him faster. Toss a couple heals out. He has Necrotic, wait for that to wear off. Pop Dark Archangel and ultimately just keep going back to doing it. Cleanse people out of roots. Then go back to just damaging. Atonement just fell off Skinny, so I'm no longer healing him, but again. Yes, we don't want Skinny to die, but we're also the offensive healer, so we want to make sure that our offense doesn't die. Right now, the most important thing for us is to keep everybody possible alive. We see Lou starting to get low. Hopefully we can save him. No, he bubbled to save himself. Good. Skinny's up top. Cool, I got Atonement on him. Which point I'll be able to refresh it, extend it, and just keep going. Our team doesn't really want to go on offense right now, it seems, which is a little unfortunate, but hey. We are wiping up their offensive push too, so it's not all bad. But again, just keep getting free damage out that you can, heal everybody up. I am actually not 100% certain what happened to that man, but he is dead. That was actually pretty good. That was insane. He's flopped. Is that the Affliction? Yeah, it's the Affliction. Should have told him right there. Okay. He's heading up to roof. Pretty much just normal stuff. I'm at almost 1,000,000 damage at this point in the game. Which, it's alright. The whole benefit is... Okay, so we want to keep pressure up again. I'm about to be feared. No, they didn't fear me. That was nice of them. I'm horrified now, but... Wow, they have a lot of people on defense. We did already kill him though, so... Just give him a little Launch-a-loo. And I jump down like an idiot when he gets grabbed right back up. Oh well, that happens. He's back down again already anyway. And he's dead. Click return. Boom, free cap. Easy stuff. Again, keep atonement up as many people as you can, that way it does reduce your damage output, but at the same time it's not too bad. Just go back to hitting this guy. I got holy locked, but I can still spam this because this Purge the Wicked counts as a radiant spell. The good thing about Radiant is if I'm locked on both Shadow and Holy, I can still cast Radiant. They added that spell class back in Legion. Who was that? That's a DK slowing him. They added it back in Legion with the whole artifact abilities. And it's been around since, so it's highly beneficial. I mean, who wouldn't like to be able to cast when they're silenced and interrupted? The most important thing if you're playing the way I'm playing is to manage being able to go get these leaves and know when you need to get them. Because you will run out of mana extremely fast when you're playing hyper aggressive. I just messed up that guy's blind, but it's fine. That just means he'll want to go for me, whatever. I'm not worried about a mage. And we returned it again, so this is just another free win in the long run. It's not a good team. We're all still low rated since it's still near the beginning of the season. But hey. Still gotta take what wins you can get. Looks like that valley gave up. I mean, what's their damage looking like? They have one guy that's padding, okay. Which, I mean, I can't fault him. That's literally what I do. By dotting everybody. The more I pad, the more damage I do. Or more healing I do, sorry. Actually, both technically, but again, it's just how it is. Oh, Little Warlock, you wanna hit me? Okay, that's fine. You interfere me, it's gonna auto break. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and fear your pet though. Oh. Come on in here. Grab another leaf, because I can. But now I'm leaving combat. Now I just run down here to where the team's fighting. That guy's fine, he doesn't really need heals, but I can go ahead and stop. There's no real reason not to help him. Dominating mid means Skinny can get through easier. Pop Pains up. I did the Archangel and other out of order that time just because I needed a heal fast, otherwise he would have died. Normally you want to pop them Archangel first, because then it brings up to max duration your atonements and then extends them on top of that. So it is much more beneficial to run it that way. However, when someone's about to die and you need a quick AoE heal, it's better to just go ahead and do the Premonition first. Usually you'll be able to get another Premonition off anyway, before all those atonements run off. So, and just, again, rinse, repeat, go back to DPSing. And padding and padding. And if you are able to DPS without having atonements out, you will do more damage. It's not a huge increase, but it's something. Just Archangel, and boom. bad. That's pretty much it, though. It's pretty straightforward. More DPS you do, more healing you do. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, be sure to leave a like or subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below and I'll look at them as soon as I'm able. Until next time.